Much has been said over the past 24 hours about the state of race here in Los Angeles and how we all get along, or maybe we don't. The two men I talked with this afternoon both were upset over what they heard in the leaked audio.
I was deeply offended.
USC law professor Jody Armour and Loyola Marymount University political science professor Fernando Guerra, both upset over the current scandal at LA City Hall.
What really gets me is we're talking about a 3-year-old child where most of these comments were directed at it, and that's just unacceptable in any context.
Two college professors with long memories and perspective, especially when it comes to minority politics.
In 1963, 3 blacks actually get voted into the city council. This is in 1963.
The same year, Martin Luther King gave his I Have a Dream speech.
My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
And you have great events in Chicano Latino history.
Like this in 1968. East LA students walked out of schools demanding change. They claimed there were racist teachers, and they protested educational inequality. Just a few years earlier, Lyndon Johnson's Great Society was an effort to eliminate poverty and improve education for people of color below the poverty level.
I'm the product of a Great Society program.
But though Johnson opened a big door in the 60s,
we had a hopefulness as a society that we could make a difference. We could bring people up from the bottom.
There were potholes along the way.
When we got to the mid-'80s, we saw that the wealth gap between black and white Americans had not grown any smaller.
Then came the 1992 uprising. Later came the formation of Black Lives Matter, all to speak out on racial injustice. Fast forward to now, Latino council members on the crosshairs of a major city controversy.
What's the bottom line? I mean, what should we do going forward? What should we learn?
The way you advance is by struggling and talking about this. Instead of saying, oh my God, they talked about race, the response should be, yes, we should talk about race all the time, but in an appropriate manner. We shouldn't use race in an ignorant, hateful manner.
And to Jody Armour.
LA has led the country in a lot of ways when it comes to racial justice. And so now it's really our chance to take the torch and figure out how we can translate our rhetoric about multiculturalism into a reality of equality among different groups.
And Alex and Christine, both of those educators, told me they're hoping for much better in the way of communications in the future. In Sun Valley, I'm Hal Eisner, Fox 11 News.